I second the motion, Madam Chair.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
The budget of the Commission on Audit is hereby deemed submitted. Congratulations to Chairperson Lel and to the COA team. Thank you for your service.
May I request that ASCOM Nila Plaras be allowed to present the budget for the Office of the Commission on Audit. Thank you very much.
Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon po sa ating lahat. I'm now presenting the proposed budget of the Commission on Audit for fiscal year 2024-25 under the National Expenditure Program. So we have a budget of 13,417,340,000 pesos. And this comprised of the personal services of 11.5 billion, maintenance and other operating expenses for 0.754 billion, and capital outlay for 0.111 billion. Also, the retirement and life insurance premium of 1.045 billion. So we have the comparative data of the fiscal 2025 NEP versus the proposal of COA for fiscal year 2025. The NEP is lower by 5% or in amount of 0.670 billion decrease. For personal services, there is a 0.17% increase. For the MOOE, we have 23.05 decrease. And the capital outlay, we have a decrease of 462.83%. And the composition of this MOE that were not considered are the operational cost of the 7 newly completed operational provincial satellite auditing offices and the semi-expendable ICT items and software subscription. For the capital outlay, the following were not considered. We have the construction of storage or records building for each of the 9 completed PISAO, construction of 2 PISAOs in Cavite and Aklan, and other structures, which is the retrofitting of Region 12, and restoration and repair works of offices in the central office, and the ICT equipment and software. So that's all for the budget of the Commission on Audit. Thank you.
you, ma'am. I'll open the floor now for questions. Senator Gatchalian.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, not so much of questions, but appreciation and thanks. And I mentioned this in one of our hearings that we take the COA reports very seriously in the budget hearings. In fact, there were a lot of revelations that we expound on during the hearings because of the COA reports. So the COA reports became a vital tool and instrument for all of us in order to scrutinize the budgets of the different departments. And we truly appreciate COA for publishing and making the reports available through the internet or through online means, and making it also in a format that is very easy for us to use. No? Dati ho kasi, just to give an example, the formats will be in picture form, and it's very difficult for us to scan, to search, to download. It's a very Yeah, tinitingnan ko yun, Madam Chair. No, serious, tinitingnan ho namin yun. That's why I just want to tell you that ako personally, I look at those reports as well, no? Because I'm sure you know, when it's in picture form, it's very difficult to search, di ba? Ang hirap mag-search yun eh. So what we do is it's either we type it again or we use a different software to analyze it, no? So let me thank COA for making those reports available, and not only available but making it and publishing it on time. Importante rin ho yung on time, and especially before the budget season, because during the budget season, these reports become very important tools for us to use in order to further analyze the budget. And sabi nga ni Sen Binay that the reports are also reader friendly, no, because we can use it and analyze it. So that's also very important. That's basically it, Madam Chair, no? And kung tingin niyo wala ho nagbabasa ng report ng COA, ako ho binabasa ko yung report ng COA. Makapal lang nga ho minsan hindi na ho ako natutulog, pero that just goes to show that we put value in the work of your team. And I know in one report, like for example po in one of our hearings in Gaspe, the subsidies being given to private schools, I know there's a team who undertook the special audit of that fund, and it's not only one person but the entire team, no? So I don't want the audit report to be useless and end up not nobody reading it. So we put a lot of importance in that report. I personally read the entire report. Mahaba lang nga, no, but that's kasama yan sa trabaho. Just to give you an example that these reports are very important to us legislators, especially in analyzing the bill, or also in analyzing policy. That particular example that I made is to analyze policy, whether the policy is effective or not, no? So once again, Madam Chair, I just want to express my appreciation to the COA team for their hard work, and also for the reports that they produce. Sana ho ipagpatuloy ho natin yung on time, online, and as well as readable, sabi nga ni Senator Binay. So maraming salamat po.
Madam Chair, thank you. I just would like to manifest my support for the budget of COA. Every time kasi makita ko yung mukha ni COA chairperson, iniisip ko palagi NTC. Kaya humuntik na akong magkamali na NTC yung susuportahan ko, COA na pala. Alam naman natin na very hardworking at talagang mapagkatiwalaan yung ating chairperson ng COA, si Chairperson Gamaliel Cordova. So my full support, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Actually, I'd like to say that it seems like you found your best calling, Chairperson Lel. Parang fish in the water ka talaga dito sa COA. Imagine with just a little over a year, yun nga, yung formatting is better and on time. And I've noticed, apparently even in the hearings of the HOR, talagang reference yung audit report. And I may not be as diligent when it comes to reading COA reports as Senator Gatchalian, but I would like to reiterate his statement and agree, and I fully agree with it, that what you're doing should really be appreciated by all of us. Actually, we should make it a practice to really look at it. It's not in vain that you prepare these things. This is also for the public to be able to review, right? I mean, this is available for public scrutiny. So anyway, thank you and congratulations. Normally, pag tayo sa NTC, daming problema. Pero dito, parang pag maayos ang COA, syempre, lahat ng mga departamento na didisiplina. Diba? Kasi doon naman talaga yung Senator Binay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Tayo pa din ay full support, pero I have just a few questions. Well, unang-una, maraming salamat kasi Chairman, nilabas niya na yung guidelines for social media campaigns of na magiging guide kung paano yung mga different agencies, pag meron silang campaign using social media, may auditing, may guidelines na on how they can do that. So maraming salamat po. And alam naman ho natin ngayon na we just passed itong government procurement. Yung COA ho ba ay inuumpisahan nyo na, I assume na may magkakaroon ng changes dun sa pag-audit nyo because of this new procurement process. Inuumpisahan nyo na ho ba maglabas kung ano nga itong magiging bagong guidelines?
Kailan ba? Good afternoon po.
Mary-
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. Thank you. Before po I answer the question of Senator Binay, I would just like to say na actually yun naman pong production po ng COA is not me. It's actually the whole team. Nung pumasok po ako sa Commission on Audit, I noticed that the people are very hardworking and ano po sila, very consensus. You don't have to follow up, you don't have to push them. Talaga pong ginagawa po nila yung kanilang trabaho and I think it has a long time already. What we're doing lang po right now, technology po, ma'am. So with regard po to the question of Senator Binay, right now po hindi pa po siya na-implement because there's a particular period po na we still use 9184. So po we're taking our cue from the DBM and the Procurement Office kapag ka po magpatawag na po sila ng sa paggawa po ng implementing rules and regulations, we will definitely be helping them and supporting them. Right now po, we have a pending bill, Senate bill na po dito sa Senate, which is the, ano po ito, yung pong amendment of the audit code. So it's being heard po with the chairperson, Senator Robin Padilla, and we are making strides po to finish it. So I think before the break po, we will come up with the final draft of the bill. Yun naman po ang next na gagawin.
Yung bill ho na yan, complementary na rin dun sa new procurement.
Yes, ma'am. Ano po? We are putting it together para po yung pong ibang laman po ng Procurement Act ay masasalo na po namin.
Pero kung hindi pa ho namin mapasa tong bill nyo, wala naman ho, hindi naman madedelay dun pagdating ho dun sa procurement.
Hindi naman po, ma'am. Hindi naman.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Yun pong, if there are any conflicts, for example, we can issue a memo circular naman po to answer or clarify ito pong mga matters na kailangan pong bigyan ng linaw. Salamat.
And then, nabanggit niyo ho yung digitalization. Parang a few months ago, Madam Chair, I was able to visit yung office, yung new office ng Ayala dyan sa Ayala Triangle. So, in the private sector ho, ang ano nila ngayon ay off-site na yung documents. 'Di ba? Parang hindi na uso yung isang katutak na filing cabinet sa opisina kasi unang-una hindi value for money ang mahal per square meter, 'di ba? So meron silang warehouse sa Laguna na lahat ng documents doon naka-store. Tapos at any given time meron silang software, may technology sila na at any given time pag gusto mong i-retrieve yung file, yung hard copy, pwede. Sa COA ho ba, napag-aaralan nyo na yung ganyang system and can, for example, LGUs and other government agencies shift to that type of system? Dahil alam naman natin, di ba, may mga dokumento na kailangan nyo for auditing purposes. So, ang mga opisina ngayon talagang nagsustor pa rin ng hard copy.
Thank you for that question, Madam Chair. Actually po, it is in the mandate of the Commission on Audit to keep the documents po ng ating auditees for 10 years. Kaya po it's really a challenge for us. 10 years po dapat. So, ang balak nga ng program is gawin po yan because sometimes po, ang aming problem is for pending cases, kailangan po yung hard copy which can be used for which is used actually for the cases as evidence. So, si Ascom Lorna will add some details po on that.
Good afternoon, Your Honors. And Madam Chair, the Commission on Audit has already taken baby steps of the digitalization of our working papers or the reports that are being submitted to us. So in the central office right now, we have a system that will already, those documents that are submitted to us can be scanned and they can be electronically stored, that whenever they would want to audit anywhere, they can already conduct the audit. So we are on our baby steps now, and also po, we are introducing also the Mikael project, which was not approved, where the agencies can already submit their data through that platform. So, you know, as it is, the technology right now is also very sensitive as we are after the security of this data. So in our ISSP po, we have already designed on this. We already projected this. We have our concept on this. And we are little by little accomplishing it. In fact, we have already enhanced our infrastructure with the regional offices so that we can easily be connected with the central office po.
So ito ho yung hindi na-grant sa inyo ng DBM. Partly.
Opo, part po, Your Honor.
Sige po, Madam Chair, maybe at the proper time. Actually, napapansin ko nga ho even dun sa budget ho ng ibang ahensya, parang laging tinatamaan yung ICT program. So, I mean, how do we digitalize if we don't fund yung ganitong mga projects? Dahil, di ba parang nakaano to, 5 years ba to? Or 3 years. So kung hindi
Yes
nyo
po.
popondohan yung second year, madedelay yung implementation. And I assume, pag na-delay din yung funding, yung nasabit nyo na ICT plan nyo, baka by the time mabigyan kayo ng pondo, hindi na siya, obsolete na siya. Hindi na, there's a new technology or a new software na pwedeng gamitin. So siguro yan yung dapat din tingnan natin dito sa budget season, yung itong ICT projects, not just of COA but of the other agencies. Yun lang po, Madam Chair. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you. Actually, with the proliferation of AI, one thing is when documents from, let's say, a government agency or local government is submitted to you, let's say online. Okay. Maybe aside from the human review or of the submitted documents, you can have an objective AI review also of the documents based on certain provisions that are put in. Kasi, kunyari, no, AI finds a discrepancy here. That's actually a non-subjective review. But of course, there's that human part also kasi there are certain conditions that also have to be considered that maybe AI won't be able to see. And the reason why I bring this up is so that there's also a certain, di ba, sometimes when there's less human intervention, it's less, I guess, room for undue influence. So have we studied that, for example, something is submitted that it's analyzed by AI, or do we have a proposed project for something like this?
Ma'am, yeah. Right now po kasi we're still using the hard copy, which is the originals of the submissions of all the agencies. But ASCOM Lorna will expound on the use of that software.
Yes, Madam Chair. As we are on the steps right now scanning the documents, we are still in the process of exploring the AI technology. And in fact, the Mikael project that was not included in the budget, ito po yung konsepto that we're trying to work on. But, you know, we've got really to explore it on how we can embed into our internal systems of getting the data or the documents that are being submitted to us.
How much
po.
was given to you already for this digitalization project or computerization? Kasi sabi mo partially funded.
For the ICT equipment and software for the Mikael is 4.216 po.
Million?
Opo.
Magkano yung kailangan nyo yung request?
Yun po ang was not considered.
4 million lang?
For the Micaela, may IT infrastructure din for 52 million.
Ayun. Okay. So kung binigyan kayo ng, 4.2 million na bigay na sa inyo, hindi pa?
Not considered po.
Okay.
Plus 52.
Okay. Pag binigay sa inyo yung 4.2 million, ano yung magagawa niyan? Kasi 52 million yung infrastructure nyo eh.
Plus 52 po, ma'am.
Mm.
Plus.
Anong magkano nga yung nabigay? Yun yung tinatanong namin.
Nabigay. Teka, sandali lang po. Um, 63.561 po, million.
63 yung nabigay na sa inyo?
Opo. It was considered.
Malaki na yon. 63 million na yung nabigay sa inyo.
Opo.
Ang total project cost is how much?
Sila ask ko.
Ano ba itong may 52 million, may 63 million, may 4.216 which is disallowed? Kindly clarify. Kasi malaki itong 63 kung 4.2 na lang yung hindi nabibigay sa inyo.
Madam Chair, yung pong 63 million was used for the infrastructure of the regional offices. They need to upgrade po kasi so that consistent po or what you call, pare-parehas po kami ng infrastructure. Yung Mikael project po is a project that will let audited agencies to upload po yung kanilang data. So this is also in line of the acceptability of online documents po.
Okay, the 63 million to upgrade infrastructure of regional offices in terms of ICT?
Yes,
Okay, the
Madam
63
Chair.
million is part of the Mikael project.
Mikael project is one project that will support the other internal systems that we have.
Okay, so with the 63 million, kulang pa yon para makapag-upload sila kasi kailangan pa ninyo ng additional 4.2 million. Yun na lang?
May 52 pa po, ma'am.
52.
So 56, opo, ma'am.
Ano yung 4.
Yung sa ICT kasi, ma'am, dalawa yun. Yung Mikael na 4.26, then IT infrastructure in COA Pisaus, which is 52 million. So total of 56 po. Yung hindi na consider po.
56 ang hindi na consider.
Apo.
Okay. Bakit Mikael ang tawag?
The data analytics.
Boyfriend ba ng IT nyo si Mikael o paano ba yan? Is it an acronym?
Yes, it's machine
Intelligence, knowledge-based audit and experience learning po ang acronym.
Okay. Machine.
Knowledge-based.
Talagang pinilit ha? Okay. Very good. Okay. Okay. Sige. Okay, one last question. For you to be able to do your jobs, you have to be unbiased. You also have to be courageous, as well as competent, obviously. So I'd like to know more about the report on the safety of our COA auditors, because there are certain places, I suppose, that may be resistant to an audit. Have you encountered such resistance, or are you continuing to encounter that?
Thank you po, Madam Chair. Actually, we experienced that up to now. So, but I won't mention the details anymore, Madam Chair. So what we do is, for example, in a particular place, there is some resistance. What we do is we just get the documents and bring it to a safer area with the help of the PNP and the military. So we just bring it somewhere else, and that's where we do the audit po, with the security po of the AFP and the PNP. So we do that.
Actually, this is also why we feel the IT infrastructure is so important, because the submissions can be done that way. And then also in certain areas, so that it doesn't become personal, we can send something like the preliminary evaluation of your submission is such and such. And this is without any human intervention. So that if the person in charge will actually do a double audit, pwedeng makita kung saan nagkulang yung AI or saan naglabis, di ba? Hindi natin masasabi na, hindi kasi inayos na yan eh. Kasi meron din tayong basis, di ba? And at the same time, hindi na nila pwedeng sabihin na pinipersonal sila kasi nga may standard or may template for all. So I'm supportive of this. I hope we can find the fiscal space to fund this. But again, congratulations to
One last na lang dun sa
Go ahead.
Mikael. Yung ano ho ba, yung magsasubmit, kailangan din nila mag-procure ng system. Like for example, kunyari kami dito sa Senate. So Senate has to get that fund that type of system para maging in sync dun sa system.
Yes, Your Honor. Kailangan po kasi meron din technology that will let the auditee upload the documents po.
Pero ini-inform niyo na din ho yung
Yes
kunyari,
po.
na event na you eventually you have to invest on this type of technology because
Yes
may
po.
ganong information dissemination.
Yes po, we have already relayed to our auditees the requisites of that particular system po.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Madam Chair. Well, wala na naman tayo sa next budget. So, hindi, kasi parang yung mga, like for example, Senate, Congress, they need to have that Mikael para mabato nila sa COA. So, dapat in the next year's, I don't know, baka 26 budget, naka-incorporate na magpo-procure sila ng ganyang system.
Pero software lang naman yan, di ba? For each of this, ano. Okay. So maybe if you can submit to us, let's say you get this, Mikael. Who is your provider, by the way? Because the ombudsman, as you heard, di ba? Estonia yan eh. Yeah. Ito ba sino?
All our internal systems po are being customized by our IT programmers, and we're very lucky that we have competent programmers. However, the technology that surrounds them, like the firewall, the integrated system on how they could, the operating system are really outsourced po. May bidding po talaga dyan. But yung sistema po is customized or internally developed by our IT programmers.
May details naman kayo sa submission dun sa 50 plus million kung magkano. Kasi kaya niyo to put it together, but then you still have to subscribe to certain services as well as applications, di ba? May licensing din yan. So anyway, sige, pero ilan ba yung IT niyo? Ba't buti pa kayo? Meron kayong ganyan.
We have an IT office po that consists of 67 employees. Varied po yun. And we normally po send them sa mga seminars that will really enhance. And when we have the technology po or yung software, normally po nasa contract namin, there should be a transfer of technology and how to maintain. And minsan naman po, subscription naman po yun, Your Honor. So, ano na lang.
Baka
yun
naman
po.
dinala ni Commissioner, ni Chairperson Lel, galing sa NTC lahat ng mga IT niyan.
Ay, hindi po.
Then, local.
Dati na po.
Nag-motion na si Sen Bato, tsaka si... Okay.
Second dala ko rin. Second.
Second tayong lahat. Wala pa?
Madam
Okay.
Chair, I move to approve the budget of the Commission on Audit.
I second the motion, Madam Chair.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
The budget of the Commission on Audit is hereby deemed submitted. Congratulations to Chairperson Lel and to the COA team. Thank you for your service.